Hey there, Infopedians. This is another session with Turnipedia, and today we're going to talk about Obsidian Canvas. Specifically, we're going to look at some useful plugins that make Obsidian Canvas work a lot better. So, I'll just click a few to show. We have Canvas Card Background Remover, Canvas Presentation, Canvas Send to Back, and Optimize Canvas Connections. A few incidental ones that don't necessarily fix things in Canvas, but are still very useful in Canvases are Dataview, Dice Roller, Homepage, and Numerals. So you might be wondering what these do. Let's go into it. We'll go over here, and you can see that these are just images. This is a mood board canvas, and so we'll use this one as an example for now. And I have a few pictures I've drawn for a project I'm working on, and as you can see, they don't have any background. Well, if I go flip off the Canvas Card Background Remover, the background is no longer transparent on the picture, and the borders on the pictures come back. So I'm going to flip that back on now, and notice it takes away the border on images. That's useful for me for a lot of reasons. One, it lets you overlay things. You can use images like stickers or whatever if they have transparency. Or I can use it to layer mock-ups on another canvas I work on. So Canvas Presentation. What does that do? Well, let's say I wanted to, I can click this. I'll pull up Command Palette, and then I'll type in Canvas Presentation. And you can see these are the associated commands, and you can set different slides, and it'll make this little note, and it'll just track the ID of whatever you tracked. So, and then we'll make this one a slide too. And then let's go over here and make this one a slide. So now let's go over here. We'll zoom up. And let's say we wanted to, if you wanted to use this a lot, I would recommend setting up shortcuts, but for now I'll just type it in. Let's go to the next slide. And you see it centered it on that, where we marked our first slide. Same. And it did it again. So that's the Canvas presentation. Canvas Send to Back. Canvas by default doesn't give you a way to control the layers very good or very well. So now what if I want to bring this, the Send to Back lets me mark things as send to back or send to front. So now I can click back on that, and I can keep that one above it if I wanted. Now for this specific use case, it's not a big deal, but it might matter more. Normally you would have to constantly rearrange and then put back to get things to move. But this just lets you right click and send to back or send to front easier. It might matter more for these. Let's say I just wanted to do a little arrangement for fun, and I want this one in the back. And I'm like, nope, then I want this one in the back. And then it just lets you get a little bit better arrangement of items, and it really matters a lot for things with transparency. The Optimize Canvas Connections. So let's say I'm drawing, these are called Canvas Connections, these little lines. Let's say I'm just linking it all to everything. This doesn't make a lot of sense in context, but if I do this and highlight it, I can trigger the Optimize Canvas Connections, and you have two options. It'll preserve axes, which will try to keep it pointing to either the top or bottom, or the left or the right, based off of whichever way you'll make a shorter connection. Or you can optimize for shortest path, which will ignore whatever side it's on currently and will point it to either top, bottom, left, or right, whichever it says it thinks is the best option. So I'll show that. And so then it connected those like that. And now if I don't care about preserving the axes, and you can't see it as good, but it basically did the little tiny thing right here. Sorry if you hear any background noise. My cat has decided to be a goober. But you can see it preserved the shortest paths. So Dataview is its own big plugin. That's outside the scope of this specific video, but in short, Dataview can allow things like this, where you can type in queries and it'll search through your notes for that specific query. This query is looking for files that I created today. Now it doesn't show canvases I created today, but it will show notes I created today. Dice Roller is a little bit more niche, but even if you don't use dice for games or anything within Obsidian, it can allow for randomizing. So if we go over to, I have a note for that. And this will show a random map of content. And that's using the dice builder. Oh, dice roller, sorry. Homepage is just a plugin that lets you set a specific note as a home page for whenever you open Obsidian up. It'll close out your other stuff and it'll make whatever you want, whether it's a note or a canvas, as your opening page. Numerals is a plugin that allows you to create math code blocks and use it like a calculator. So we'll go over here and I'll show that off real quick. Let's say we have var1 is equal to 3, var2 is equal to 55. I could do var1 times var2, and let me fix this here, and you'll see it does that math for us. It can handle anything from the Math.js library, so you can check that out if you're interested in using that plugin. This kind of addresses a question that I got from Karen before. So how did I get my images without there being borders around them? That's still using that Canvas Card Background Remover plugin. Alright, thanks.